With AI's launch into the world in 2024, a number of AI startups hit the market with various gadgets. One of those startups was Humane. Their gadget was the AI Pin, a bold, ambitious device that promised to free us from our smartphones, but fell painfully short. Now, what went wrong with this futuristic gadget with buggy experiences and poorly designed features? Welcome to That's Life, I swear. This podcast is about life's happenings in this world that conjure up such words as intriguing, frightening, life-changing, inspiring, and more. I'm Rick Barron, your host. That said, here's the rest of this story. The AI Pin, Humane's highly anticipated AI-powered wearable, faced a harsh reception from tech critics just days after its launch. Despite a year-long marketing blitz featuring fashion shows and glossy advertisements, the $700 device failed to impress reviewers in April of 2024. Ironically, anticipating the negative feedback, Humane's co-founders, Imran Chaudhry and Bethany Borjono, had prepared their team for disappointment. Their concerns were validated when critics criticized the product, with some calling it completely dysfunctional and others deeming it the most disappointing gadget they had ever evaluated. After this backlash, Humane began exploring potential exit strategies. Sources familiar with the matter revealed that the company initiated discussions with HP, the well-known computer manufacturer, about a possible acquisition valued at over $1 billion. While other interested parties have emerged, these talks remain informal, and no official sales process has taken place. Humane's stumble marked a setback in the booming AI hardware sector. The San Francisco-based startup, backed up by $240 million from tech leaders like OpenAI's Sam Altman and Salesforce's Mark Benioff, had been valued at a staggering $1 billion. Investors were captivated by Humane's audacious vision and potential to revolutionize mobile strategy. In late 2023, Humane's Pin gained significant attention, earning a spot on Time magazine's prestigious Best Inventions of 2023 list. A high-profile product followed this recognition in November of 2023 with a commercial campaign designed to generate buzz and consumer interest. The new year brought challenges for the startup. In January of 2024, they saw a reduction in the workforce with approximately 10 employees being laid off. In February of 2024, a serious situation arose when a senior software engineer was terminated after expressing doubts about the AI Pin's readiness for its scheduled launch in April of 2024. This incident sparked internal discussions, with Imran reportedly addressing the matter in a company meeting. According to attendees, Imran stated the employee's dismissal was due to violating company policy regarding negative discourse about Humane. After a decade of development aimed at creating a smartphone alternative, Humane's grand plans hit a major snag. In April of 2024, the company's sales figures for the AI Pin fell drastically short of expectations. Sources close to the matter revealed that only about 10,000 units had been ordered, a tenth of the company's 100,000 unit target for the year. The rapid evolution of generative AI has led to missteps across the tech industry as companies rushed to market with products that often fell short of expectations. This trend is exemplified by launches from industry giants like Google, Microsoft, and Samsung, each facing their own challenges in AI implementation. For example, Google's entry into the AI-enhanced search capabilities resulted in some bizarre recommendations, including suggesting inedible products as food. Microsoft's much-hyped Bing chatbot drew criticism for its tendency to produce fantastical, inaccurate responses. And Samsung's integration of AI features into their smartphones received mixed reviews, with users finding the technology inconsistent in its performance. Bethany reflected on the inherent unpredictability of product launches, stating the real-world application often reveals unexpected issues that weren't apparent during development. Imran added that in light of the critical feedback, they identified areas where their approach could have been refined. The situation highlights the complex nature of bringing emerging technologies to market, where the gap between controlled testing environments and real-world usage can lead to unforeseen complications. As the AI hardware race continues, companies like Humane learn and are still learning valuable lessons about managing expectations and refining their products in response to user experiences. An in-depth investigation into Humane's journey revealed a complex narrative behind the scenes of the AI startup. This account draws from extensive conversations with 23 individuals closely associated with the company, including current and former staff members, advisors, and investors. Now, these sources, speaking on the condition of anonymity due to non-disclosure agreements and concerns about potential backlash, provided unique insight into the company's internal dynamics. A recurring theme emerged from these discussions, depicting a corporate culture prioritizing optimism over critical analysis. Many interviewees suggested that this positive-centric approach led to the dismissal of crucial feedback regarding the AI Pin's performance issues, particularly its battery life and power consumption. In a notable incident, a high-ranking software engineer was reportedly released after voicing concerns about the product. This environment allegedly prompted several employees to voluntarily leave the company. Imran and Bethany, both Apple alumni, started on a very ambitious venture with the founding of Humane back in 2019. Their vision? A revolutionary wearable device that would redefine our interaction with AI. The result was the AI Pin, a compact gadget designed to be magnetically attached to clothing. This innovative device promised a range of AI-powered capabilities, including messaging, web searches, and photography. One of the most distinctive features was a laser projection system that could display text on the user's palm, allowing for unique interactions with music playback control. The AI Pin also boosted a camera, speaker, and cellular connectivity, aiming to be a comprehensive personal assistant. However, the road from concept to reality was just swamped with many challenges. Insiders revealed that the AI Pin struggled with significant technical hurdles from its very inception, issue that would later become the focus of critical reviews. Now, a primary concern was the laser display system. Now, this feature, while innovative, is a power-hungry component that caused the device to generate excessive heat. Humane's team reportedly resorted to unconventional methods to showcase the product to potential investors and partners. Now, sources claim that executives would cool the device on ice packs before demonstrations to extend its operational time. However, some argue this practice is not uncommon in early-stage product development. The development journey of Humane's AI Pin was marked by a series of technical hurdles that impacted its launch timeline and pricing strategy. One of the most pressing issues was the device's limited battery capacity, which became apparent during internal testing. According to sources within the company, prototype units of the AI Pin struggled to maintain power for extended periods, often depleting within just a few hours of use. Now, this shortcoming posed a significant challenge to the device's practicality and user experience. In response to this battery life issue, Humane's leadership decided to include an additional power solution with each unit. Now, this took the form of a backup battery and a dedicated charging case. Now, while this add-on was intended to address the power concerns, it came at a cost, both literally and figuratively. Including these extra components reportedly drove up the product's retail price by over $100. Now, that's a substantial increase that could impact consumer adoption. These technical challenges and subsequent design modifications had a ripple effect on Humane's launch schedule. The company was compelled to delay the AI Pin's release by approximately 6 months, pushing the shipping date from the initially planned October of 2024 to April of 2025. With all of these developments, there was growing concern within the company about the product's readiness for market. Some team members advocated for further launch postponement, arguing that the AI Pin still required refinement. Additionally, there were internal calls for hiring a dedicated head of marketing to manage the product's introduction to the public. However, this important position remained unfilled in the lead-up to the release, potentially impacting the effectiveness of the product's market entry strategy. As the April product launch approached, Humane's founders engaged with various tech reviewers who were evaluating the AI Pin. Now, during these interactions, they fielded questions and addressed concerns raised by the testers. Key issues during these evaluations included the device's temperature management and inaccurate responses to user queries. On April 11th, the tech world was abuzz with releasing highly anticipated reviews for Humane's AI Pin. Major publications like the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and The Verge didn't pull any punches, highlighting significant flaws in the device. The criticism reached a crescendo when Marcus Brownlee, a YouTube tech reviewer with a massive following of 19 million subscribers, delivered a scathing verdict, dubbing it the worst product I've ever reviewed. In the wake of this harsh feedback, Humane's leadership took a proactive stance. Bethany recounted their approach. We gathered the team and said, "This is going to be challenging, but we need to embrace this difficult feedback and learn from it." Bethany and her co-founder, Imran, emphasized that Humane had been diligently addressing the issues raised. They've implemented several key improvements to enhance user experience, including expanded voice navigation options and sound effects for better usability. The company also integrated OpenAI's latest chatbot system, GPT-4, and is rolling out an update to boost battery life by 25% while reducing response time to just 2 seconds. Now, despite the initial setbacks, Humane reports encouraging interest from the business sector. According to Bethany, within 48 hours of the launch, over 1,000 companies spanning industries like retail, healthcare, and education reached out to explore potential collaborations or to develop software for the AI Pin. Furthermore, Humane made huge strides in international markets, securing wireless carrier deals that would bring the AI Pin to South Korea and Japan. Now, it was later after the launch that Humane faced yet another unforeseen challenge. The company discovered a potential safety hazard related to battery components one vendor supplied. Now, this led to a swift response, with Humane issuing a directive to customers to cease using their charging case accessories while the company worked diligently to secure a new, reliable supplier. Now, despite these hurdles, insiders reveal that Humane's financial position was stable enough to support the launch of their device. However, the company is actively exploring additional funding revenues to fuel future growth and innovation. Reflecting on their current situation and future aspirations, Bethany expressed a clear vision. Our focus remains on creation and development. And Imran complemented the sentiment by saying, "We're exploring the most effective ways to finance our ongoing innovation." What can we learn from this story? What's the takeaway? Good execution is about delivering well-designed and non-buggy features, or at the very least, features with enough utility that people are willing to tolerate the bugs. The Humane AI Pin had a surprising number of buggy experiences and poorly designed features for a product that didn't even do that much in the first place. Humane provided a great example of how a lack of a polished strategy and execution can impact product outcomes. Well, there you go, my friends. That's life, I swear. For further information regarding the material covered in this episode, I invite you to visit my website, which you can find on Apple Podcasts, for show notes and the episode transcript. As always, I thank you for the privilege of you listening and your interest. Be sure to subscribe here or wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss an episode. See you soon.